has been happening recently in our society. Marriages are under siege. If you don't know now. Families are under high attack, very serious attack. Men and women are becoming more selfish, self-centered. All this marriage brouhaha that you're hearing all this while, like this case, a woman being burnt by her husband, like this one, another woman being chopped, her fist was chopped off by her husband. This is another woman killed or taken out of this life because of yam. This is another one, a girlfriend intending to kill a sugar daddy. We have so many cases of women taking the lives of their husband. I also saw one, a mother took the life of her 2 children and her own life. What do you think is happening? Divorce here and there of important people that you and I know. The trouble, the fight, the heat on the family this time is so heavy. But I don't know if you're aware, you mother, you father, I don't know if you are aware that your home is under siege, that marriages are under attack. Now let me tell you 2 things that can keep marriage today in this contemporary world. Just 2 things that will keep that home. It's not about what you wear, what you want. It is about 1, prayer. 2, that is 1 is God, and 2 is your altar. God and then prayer. These 2 I'm going to use interchangeably as one. How often do you pray in your home? You know they say family that prays together stay together. You think it's a lie. You stay together spiritually, you stay together physically, you stay together in times of goods and trouble. But I bet you, if you don't pray, little anger, little altercation, little flimsy upset will scatter your home. Do you see the reasons why these people are doing all this atrocity to their spouses? Things that makes no sense. The enemy will just throw it because you're already sitting on a time bomb, on a gunpowder, and before you know it, boom, just tiny thing wey no make sense, somebody's life will be taken. So the intensity or the gravity or the importance, the plentifulness of your praying determines how happy and how unified your family will be. Yes, it is very important. Are you spiritual? Are you spiritual about that family? Are you spiritual about your children? Spiritual about your spouse? Spiritual about your finances, your family finance, family health, family everything, A to Z is spiritual. Because your enemy are there watching you 247, waiting for the right time, a little thing to strike. Now the second thing that will help you keep your home in 22nd or 21st century today, with this war going on against families, number 2 is your altar. Your altar. Prayer I talked about is the one you do personally, maybe with your children, with your family, with your husband, with your wife. But do you have an altar? Your altar is very important because there are moments that you will not be able to pray. You are in trouble, your spouse is in trouble, the children, you know, they look up to you, you are the one guiding them. Nobody is there to stand in the gap for prayer. What will save you that time is your altar. What will save your home, what will save your marriage that time is your altar. If you belong to a church where they pray together, where you have congregational prayer, it is very important. That altar where if you're sleeping, somebody is somewhere praying for you. When you are on the road traveling, when you're doing your business, when you are sick, somebody is somewhere praying for you. You are connected directly to a particular altar. That is what will save. The second thing that will save people. Because personally, I went through a troubling time in my home, my marriage, that I didn't even have strength. I did not have strength to pray. No hunger for prayer. I was so weak, so tired because of what was going on in my life, in my business, and in my marriage. What saved me was my altar, where I belong to, my corporate altar. These are the people that God will use. That is your spiritual father, your spiritual mother, and then your spiritual siblings. Those are the brothers and the sisters that you belong to that altar together. These are the people God will use to intercede. In fact, their intercession will save you at that moment. When you're down, when you have nobody to run to. So, prayer number 1. Number 2, your altar. These two things will save your home in what is happening today. In this war that is up against homes, against marriages, against families. It's in terms of family, please do subscribe, like, share.